Hey guys. So I know I said 6 a.m., but whatever. World Series was last night and my team lost. But anyway, today, and I'm going to look down at my notes a few times just so that I stay on track because we want to make it quick, right? And if you're tuning in live, make sure you chime in and tell me who you are and where you're from. And at the end of this video, I'll ask you a question. It's a burning question that I'm asking everyone because I need to create a toolkit for you moms that I think you can use. So, family history was my next post, and it was, what skeletons lie in your closet in your family history, and why does it matter? And my son was actually doing a project about his family tree, and we were talking about some of it. And it's important because of the values you can learn, that your family has, and the personality traits and all that kind of stuff that gets passed down, and what you can learn from your past and from your relatives in the past. There's, a lot of lessons that you can learn not the hard way by just reading about your history and figuring out what you can learn from your past. So what we found there's a story that's been handed down from generation to generation about um, a ancestor, okay, that lived during some civil wars in Germany, and it turns out that they were very, very young, the two brothers, but they hid in a cellar and escaped, while an army marched over ahead, while they were hiding in the cellar. And after the army marched over, they made their way to America. And that's, how the family came over here. So they came from basically nothing and built a life here. So, we can learn from that hard work and determination will get you what you want. And I'm sure they had a vision, right? Then I also found a general in our family history that basically was kind of a pompous guy, and he seemed to, from what I read, the impression I got was that he was kind of full of himself, but he was kind of lazy too. So then it was just kind of the opposite there. And he actually was supposed to back up Grant's army, and he was asked several times to come to the aid of Grant's army, but he kept delaying, and then even though he was only 90 miles away, it took him over a month to get there, and he just made excuses. So there's something to learn there too about not making excuses and doing what needs to be done and doing the work, right? So those were a couple of the stories in mine. I'd love to hear some of yours, so make sure you share them. And let's see, I already told you about that. So you can tell what your values are, right? And what does this matter to your business? Your values are important because people, there was a study done, and I linked it in my article, but 84% of internet shoppers buy from companies that they connect with the values of, if that makes sense. Companies that resonate with their own values. So it's important that you know your values and put them out there, because then you will attract people with similar values or that resonate with you. So and then they'll be more willing to buy from you, because people buy from people they know, like, and trust. So what commercials do you watch? I mean, pay attention to it, because, even though we have our DVRs, I know what happens to us is we will actually stop fast forwarding through the commercials when something resonates with us. So, pay attention to that. What catches your eye, and what what values resonate with you, and why do you buy from certain companies? I'm sure you picked your network marketing company because of something that you resonated with them. If you're with Melaleuca, for example, you probably, you know, care about your environment and, care about chemicals that you're putting in your home and stuff like that. If you're with Beachbody, it's because you resonate with keeping a healthy lifestyle and, getting getting in shape and stuff like that. So just, keep those things in mind and make sure that you share your values and, so you can resonate with your customers. So the big question I had at the beginning of this video that I mentioned is, what tools would you wish you had? If you're just getting started, what tools do you wish you had? And if you're not, what tools do you wish you did have in some kind of free toolkit? Like a spreadsheet or a PDF or an audio. What kinds of tools would you as a mom like to have? Okay, that's what I want to know. But otherwise, just share your story and connect with